Many persons think that obtaining certification from offshore medical institutions instead of pursuing such studies locally mean that they are getting value for money and a proper education. But this isn't necessarily what happens. That's what Vice-Chancellor of UG, Professor Ivelaw Griffith, says.
The fact that there may be offshore medical schools is not a substitute for having your own medical school. But here's another reality. Many of those medical schools, and you ask some of the students going to some of those medical schools, are a far cry from what is needed. Several of those students have come to us asking to transfer. We say there's no such thing as transferring from X to Y. You've got to apply. And I'll tell you what was the revelation, the first delegation that came to me. They did not meet our minimum requirements.
According to Professor Griffith, a number of persons who have begun studies at offshore schools of medicine and do not qualify for entry into Guyana's School of Medicine insist that they have the funds to pay for their studies, so they should be allowed a transfer into UG. But that's not how it works.
I said it's not just about the money. We don't want you to be unsuccessful as our student. We want to be sure that when you come, you can be successful. I want a doctor who can pass the math and the biology and the chemistry. So it's not about the money. So I would say, without fear of contradiction, any thought about our medical school being an either-or is a thought that needs to be dispensed with.
He added that the local Education Foundation for Medicine requires investments and that the country's medical school is here to stay.
I want to assert with clarity and the absence of any ambiguity, Guyana needs a medical school at its national university. But that assertion also is an assertion that comes with the necessity for Guyana to invest in its medical school as it invests in every other aspect of its university's pursuits.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Kristen Macklingam.